Welcome to kcheebplays, Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Let's get started. After the meeting with most addressed, Christoph and Kalinka had arranged a meeting with Ulya, and to neither their surprise, he was already in the room. Kalinka sat down and said, "I'm beginning to like the new Ulya. I should have lit that fire years ago." She laughed and said, "I'm just joking. Please lose the fire." Ulya sat up in his chair, grinned, and replied, "If you had, we'd have nothing left to do now." Both Christoph and Kalinka had a good chuckle. Ulyov continued, "How did the meeting go?" Kalinka said it was hard to gauge. They seemed amenable to almost everything we presented. Christoph interrupted. "Everything you presented, Kalinka." The chairman was very impressed with her presentation. He even offered Kalinka a position in their PR department. She tactfully turned him down. Kalinka smiled and went on. Everything we discussed and prepared for was in fact not needed. They didn't push back on anything. The negotiation never came to be. Ulyov became very animated. "So they've accepted our counteroffer. That's great. When can we expect the transition to be?" Kalinka looked at Ulyov and said, "They haven't accepted anything. They asked for 2 weeks to prepare. We'll have another meeting then where all the details can be worked." Christoph said, "I expect they'll counter the guaranteed employment clause as well as the stock option plan. According to our lawyers, the rest of the clauses are well within their own company guidelines. It would be hard for them to try to negotiate on publicly known benefits." Ulyov shrugged. "That all sounds very positive, but given you haven't discussed me becoming president, I'm not expecting good news." "Good catch, Christoph said, but don't think it's all off the table. Initially, yes, but they're more than open to you continuing in your current role. If things go well, it's still an option." Kalinka said, "Why don't you take a stab at working out our food delivery issue? If any of us can solve the puzzle, it's you." "Right then," Boyd Ulyov said, "back to trains and distribution." Hi, Cheeb here. Welcome to episode 102 of my Workers and Resources Soviet Republic playthrough on the Fjordland map. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to join me. Appreciate that. So I'm just going to do a quick check on all our construction, everything that's happening, and then we're going to go back and have a peek at our distribution office to see how it's not functioning, and go from there. What I suspect is I don't know that it's necessarily overloaded, but it gets down to a point where it stops delivering some of the materials to where we want them to go. So that being said, I think I'm going to try to unburden it of some of the other tasks that I've given it, and try to just deal with the consumer goods. So that said, let me quickly check here and see. Yeah, there's definitely enough stuff to keep them busy for the time being. I don't think anything is war stock. Okay, that's good. That's fine. I don't think anything is. I don't think I'm going to run out of stuff while I go over and check out the distribution office stuff. I just wanted to make sure I had enough going on that we could go over and not have to concern ourselves too much with this. So let's pop over here, back to where we were. Actually, while we're here, I'm going to just quickly check. Yeah, we're probably not quite halfway. So doubtful that we're going to get another fuel ship or oil ship. Built this episode. We'll get it built. It should be ready next episode. Okay, so what I want to do is check out our city supply. Now, I named it this way because I honestly wanted it to just pick up and deliver all of the foodstuffs and deliver everything where we need it to do. And at this point in time, looks like that's pretty much everything, except it is the grain backup one as well. So let's see what I can clean up. Or try to clean up. I was thinking about making this into a place we could use the trucks to deliver the electronics, and then we'd have, I don't know, I don't think that's a good idea. Let me see what I can work out. Yeah, this is the building supply one, and it's maxed out. So maybe my theory here isn't gonna hold any water. I'm just trying to find where we're picking. Yeah, so here, the custom house. That's where we're picking up the grain. It would certainly be too. Trying to think now and not hurt myself at the same time. Theory is just isn't that great anymore. They're all at 80%. I don't know if that's a particular issue. I think I have them all set up in that 70-15-15 scenario. We can see, yeah, 70-15-15. Can turn off the safety net now, since there's food there. Yeah. Quickly check some messages. Building fire. Okay, good. I wonder if I certainly don't have another. The only thing that I could do for the short term would be to put a safety net here and then remove the grain pickup. That's two tasks removed, so we'd be down to 9. And then when we're potentially, not running the grain trains back and forth, we'd have those trains to deliver the food that's getting made. And then once our final farm's in and working, that the safety net would hopefully never be used. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And I had that set for 20%. So when it gets down below, yeah, see, and I don't want to do, because its capacity is 10,000. Thinking possibly 370 tons. That's, yeah, I can't set it to percentages, right? Yeah, I think that's the way to go. And then I can stop this one and that one. And hopefully that'll give us more trips to the cities to drop off all the stuff the citizens need. Okay, and I think I set up another safety net here. I did. And you have more than enough food now. Cool. Check some messages. And we might be done over here. So I think in the interest of not making this a carbon copy at this point in time anyway, this is all done. What I'm going to do from this point is turn it into a time lapse. It'll make it a little bit shorter. And if you're really curious about everything that I'm doing, you can watch the last episode, and it'll be pretty much a carbon copy. It's just going to be babysitting all the construction. So, however long that's going to be, it will be, and I will catch you on the other side. Cheers. right, I'm back. Excuse me, I'm back. We are out of the the time lapse now, a little extra long one. Got a few things dealt with and things I had to kind of take into my own hands. Sort of my own issue, but seeing as we're drawing near the end, I feel I'm gonna build what I can build with the helicopters, but setting up another construction area here just isn't in the cards. So went ahead and did the auto purchase on that, and I started the fuel, the fuel delivery, because ultimately what I want to do is I want to get the helicopter. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to do this. Fire department set up, and to have it operational, I need fuel. So got this end dealt with. So we've just got the pipeline underway at the moment, and I'm going to need the drop-off station, fuel storage, and then obviously the pipeline and the electricity. So that's what I've got planned there. I've got about half the city built now, so that's kind of cool. We'll get started on that in our next episode. Just waiting on. We got all the materials, so now we should just be going to town on the last of the construction. So that being said, getting some of our overpasses, bridges done. That's nice. Starting to take shapes, looking like a little bit of a rail network now, so that's kind of cool. And just trying to keep everybody busy and not blocking each other. I did consider making this a one-way in and then forcing them out this way, but I don't know how they're going to react trying to get out if they have to come back up in reverse. I'm not sure if they'll do that. I know going in they'll do the reverse situation, but coming out, like I said, I'm not 100% sure how they'll deal with that. So at any rate, that's what that is. Thanks for hanging with me today. I appreciate that. And we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.